A museum contained an equal number of indigenous masks and weavings. After 6 masks and 10 weavings were loaned to a traveling exhibition, the ratio of remaining masks to weavings was 7-5. How many masks and weavings were there initially? It said that the masks were equal to the number of weavings, that the museum contained an equal number of indigenous masks and weavings. So I'm letting M equal masks and W equal weavings, so M equals W. Masks equals weavings, but we don't know how much they have of each of them yet. What we do know is that they loaned out 6 of the masks and 10 of the weavings. Okay, and we can write that as the ratio 6. For every 6 masks that they loaned out 10 of the weavings. And so this is masks to weavings. And these are the base 10 blocks, so that's a 6 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 10 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And all I've done here is I've taken that same 6 amount and the same 10 amount, and I've reshaped it. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for a rectangle that has an over distance of more than 1. Because can you see this is 1 by 6 and 1 by 10? Because we're wanting to look for it in the simplest terms. We want to like simplify this, right? So what I've done is I've just reshaped it into 2 3s. So now I have the ratio 3-5. Because they have the same over distance of 2. This is 2 up and 5. I'll put that up there. This is 2 up and 3. Okay. And this is, you'll notice that they're using 2s in here. This is where these 2s really come from. Okay, so I have so many masks that were taken away and so many weavings that were taken away. But can you see that 6 is not the same as 10? And we were told that we have to have the same amount of masks as we do weavings. Now, in the end, it says that when they lent these out, that they had a ratio of 7-5 masks to weavings left. So we know right away that this has to go up plus 7, and this has to go increase as well by plus 5, because this is the ratio that was taken away, and this will be what's left. Okay, so we can easily just go up 7. Let me make sure you can see that. Go up 7, that's a 7 block. And increase this also by 5 on the side. So this is still 2 across. So I've got 2 times 3, which is the amount that was taken away, and 2 times 5, which, if you're looking at this part here, they're both the same, so we'll just go with this is what was taken away. This would have been what's left. That's what's left. And can you see that because they have the same over distance of 2, we just have to look at the down distance, which is 7/5. And if you look at the amount here, you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And up here, or down here, you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you've got equal amounts now on the top and the bottom, okay? So this is what you're actually looking for. So keep in mind that we have this ratio 3-5 here, but we need to have it equal amounts on the top and the bottom. We want this to be like 1-1 or 2-2 or 3-3 or 4-4 or 5-5. Clearly it's going to be higher than 6 on the top and higher than 10 on the bottom, because you've already got 6 to 10 here, right? So we want to make these both equal on the top. One of the ways that you can do that is you can just add 2s across. Well, right now you've got, and actually I would start, if this is bigger on the bottom, you'd want to start adding to here to try and make it same. So right now you've got 10 on the bottom and 10 on the top, but you haven't added anything here. And you have to add something here because there were weavings left over. And right here it shows if you don't add anything, it's like there's nothing left over. So you add there, and you got 6 there. And I'm just talking about when you're going up. So you actually you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but you're actually at 12. And then here you're at 12. But do you see how we don't have, this is a ratio of 3 to 1 and we need a ratio of 7 to 5, right? So right now we're at 12, 14. Here we're at 12, 14. But again, oops, our ratio is only 4 to 2 and we need 7 to 5. So we can just go up here all the way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until we hit 7. And then just down here, just do the same thing until we hit 5. So now, right here, you've got 3 to 5. And right here, you've got 7 to 5. So the 3 to 5, which is the same, 3 to 5, which is the same as 6 to 10. Remember, we did that 6 to 10, right? Represents what was taken away and loaned out. The 7 to 5 represents what was left over. Now, if you look at this, we've got 20 on top and 20 on the bottom. So M equals W? Well, yes, we do, because 20 over 20, right? That's the same. Okay, so originally when they started, they actually had a 1-to-1 ratio, because that's the same as 1 over 1. So for every one mask, they actually had one weaving. But then when they took away 3 of the masks and 10 of the weavings, the ratio went down to 7 to 5. I'm hoping this makes sense. I'm just going to show you one other thing here. So I'll just erase this. So really, when you get down to it, you could just look at this and know that that's 2 across and that's 2 across. And we know that we've got this ratio 3 to 5 here, right? And we need to make these equal. So we could go 2 times 3 plus something equals 2 times 5 plus something, right? They're different somethings though, and we already know what those somethings are because they told us in the end that there was a 7 to 5 ratio. So this down part has to be, or up part, whichever way you want to look at it, has to be 7 on the top. And this has to be 5 here, because that's our ratio of what's left over. So it's 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 2 times 7, which is 14. You see the 14 in there, equals 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 2 times 5, which is 10, and which is 20 equals 20. And keep in mind, remember, we were looking for M equals weavings, and the top is M, bottom is weavings. So you had 20 masks and 20 weavings. So if you look at what they had in there, they got, here, let me just set it up. So they had 3P equals 6, and they had 5P equals 10, right? Well, this is really what they're looking at, is this 5 times whatever this cross distance is, and 3 times whatever this across distance is, and the P has to be 2. Because 5 times 2 is 10 and 3 times 2 is 6, because that's all they're doing is just taking 6/10, and really you could rewrite it as 3 times 2 over 5 times 2, and you see there's just like a hidden 1 in there, this 2, right? And that's really this 2 over here, that's your hidden 1. Keep in mind that's like a fraction there, or a ratio. And then it goes up 3 here and 5 here. So this is where they're getting this 3P and P equals 2 from. Okay, so then the other part that they had was, they had 7P plus 3P, or sorry, 7P to 5P plus 3P to 5P equals 10P to 10P. Can you see that on the board there? Okay. And really all that is this 7P. I'm just going to move this down actually here. I need to move this back a bit so you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's not quite in screen, but it'll hopefully be close enough. So this is your 7p, and then there's your 5p, which is 7 and 2, and 5 and 2. That's that ratio. This is the ratio of what was left, right? Left. And this was loaned out, right? And this was when they were equal, right? At the beginning, this was at the start, before anything was loaned out or anything was left. So they started with this, they loaned this out, and then they were left with this. Okay, can you see how this is 7 times 2 across here? And this is 5 times 2 across here. Maybe I'll move this up a bit so maybe it's more on screen. Right? So this 7p was what was left over. And it's just 7 times 2, which is 14, and 5 times 2, which is 10. And then the 3p is what was loaned out, as well as the 5p, which was loaned out. 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 2 is 10, and that was the same as 6/10, remember? Equals 3/5, right? So pretty much all they're doing is just using, instead of using base 10 blocks like I've done, they're using a little bit of a, what do you call it? I don't know what they call it here, strip diagram. And basically you could turn this way if you wanted. Well, hang on a sec. Just hopefully you understand that. But you could also turn this way, and then you would see the diagram that they've got there. So hang on a sec. You would see the diagram that they've got there. On the top would be the masks, and on the bottom would be the weaves. And this would be the red 2s, 2. And actually I could change those into red 2s so you can see them better. Well, orange 2s. And then this, so then you can see the actual. Do you see that? And that would be your 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then same here, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Right? There's your 6. Right there, that were taken away. There's your 10 that were taken away.